UFC 174 is in the books from right here in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, and Demetrius Johnson is still your UFC flyweight champion. He looked absolutely dominant tonight against a difficult contender, maybe a little bit unheralded, but certainly a tough challenge was Ali Bagautinov, but Demetrius Johnson was certainly up to that task. He is proving very quickly that he is deserving of pound-for-pound mention as one of the best fighters in the world. Really is an absolute complete package. He does everything well. The speed is unmatched in any division, and the technique that he brings to the table is fantastic as well. So a lot of challenges on the horizon for him looking forward. We think maybe it's going to be a rematch with John Dodson, but he went out of his way to point out that, hey, listen, there's a lot of other quality contenders at 125 pounds too, and I look forward to welcoming them all. But that wasn't all that happened tonight, so let's take a full look at the action on the card. How about our biggest impact of the night? Well, for me, it's got to be Rory MacDonald. The hometown kid did Canada right. He had the full support of the crowd going in, and as UFC President Dana White said, this was the biggest fight of his career. He responded in spectacular fashion, absolutely shutting down Tyron Woodley from start to finish. By the end, Tyron Woodley, a dangerous contender in his own right, looked absolutely bewildered out there, just had no idea what to do as Rory MacDonald just picked him apart from kickboxing range. This was an incredible fight from Rory MacDonald. It looks like he might be in line for a title shot sometime down the road. Now, first up is going to be Matt Brown and Robbie Lawler, and the winner of that has been promised the next shot at the UFC's 170-pound title. But Rory MacDonald is right behind him in line. Will he stay busy and take another fight? Will he wait in line? We don't know. But there looks like big fights on the horizon for young Rory MacDonald. Our biggest disappointment of the night, well, no question for me, it's got to be Andrei Arlovski. And listen, he said it himself in the night's post-event press conference. He was disappointed himself. Very, very heavily anticipated return. A lot of people are looking forward to the return of the pit bull. He said it himself. He was just absolutely nervous, and he looked it out there. He was very tentative, very cautious. Ended up picking the win in a fight that, I'll be honest with you, I scored every round for his opponent, Brendan Schaub. I could maybe make a case for the first, but I thought Brendan Schaub won every single round in this fight. Instead, kind of a baffling decision, Andrei Arlovski walks away with the win. He'll be happy with that, but this was not the return we were hoping for the pit bull. Let's keep our fingers crossed that he can do something special in his next fight back. Our diamond in the rough, for me, Kaiichi Kunimoto. We said coming in that his fight with Daniel Serafian was going to be fight of the night. It wasn't. Why? Because Kunimoto was absolutely dominant. He was a huge underdog according to the odds makers, and he came in and absolutely owned Serafian from start to finish in this fight. Worked in the rear naked choke very quickly in the first round, and I think turned in one of the most impressive performances on the entire card. This is somebody I'm definitely going to be keeping my eye on in the future. So rating this event, well, let's be brutally honest. I think even UFC officials would tell you this was not their best night. A lot of decisions, some up and down action. It wasn't the most fast-paced card of the night. So, you know, kind of a solid, average, blue-collar sort of a card. But listen, in the main event, we saw a spectacular performance by Demetrius Johnson. He is a legitimate champion, and I look forward to, again, I'm making the call. Let's do this rematch with John Dodson. I don't care what he says. That's the fight I want to see next. And obviously, the hometown kid, Rory MacDonald, turned in a fantastic event in the co-main event there as well. So, two big performances at the end of the night. Overall, not the best card in UFC history, but it was a fun night. For now, happy Father's Day to all the fathers. Dad, I love you. Eli, I'll be home to see you soon.